This video will show you how to download our complimentary attendee list. This will be accessible starting on January 13th through the NAFEM show dates. To begin, you'll want to first make sure that you're logged into the Exhibitor Resource Center. Once you're on the home page, you'll want to scroll down and select the Exhibitor Registration Dashboard tile here. Selecting this button here will automatically log you in to the Exhibitor Registration Dashboard. Once you're on the home page, you'll want to toggle over to the Booth Promotion tile. Then you'll select the Complimentary Attendee List. You'll then be guided into a new separate window that looks like this. Now there are multiple steps and additional questions that our system will ask you in order to make sure that you can download your list with the information that you're looking to pull. So let's get started. First, we'll go ahead and select List Rental. As a reminder, as you go through this, keep in mind that the list is complimentary. NAFEM does not limit how many times you can download this list leading up to the show, during show dates, or post-event. So at any time, you can pull this information. As another reminder, all of the data that you're able to pull includes any attendee that has allowed their information to be shared. This means that any attendee that is chosen to opt out of any communications will not be included in this list. Moving forward, we'll want to select Next Step. Note that it'll show what date you're pulling this list. NAFEM does recommend downloading the attendee list closer to the show, as we often see many attendees register very close within a couple weeks before the event. This will give you the most comprehensive list right before the show. Next, it's going to ask if you'd like to pull all registrants, or maybe just registrants that have an email address, a fax number, or a combination of those. You can then start to filter any kind of registration classifications that you might find most interesting to you. So for instance, if you want to specify a particular registration classification, you can select. More commonly, you'll want to include all of them just to ensure you haven't missed anyone. You can also select specific date ranges if there's a preference. Next, you can also filter based on how attendees have answered some of the questions in our registration form. One question an attendee would complete is what types of equipment and supplies they're interested in seeing at the NAFEM show, with the list included here. So for instance, as an exhibitor, if you specialize in food preparation, then you may want to check this box because it'll filter all attendees that specifically answered that they want to see food preparation equipment while they're at the NAFEM show. If you want to see all of those attendees, you'll simply leave these unchecked. Next, you can filter by geographic area. And then next, you can also filter based on how many people you'd like to have from each company. Now, this means you can either include an attendee list with all of the registrants that we have that have opted into communications, or you can have the file pull one registrant from each company. So for example, if an attending company has 20 representatives attending the show, this file will only pull one registrant from that list, since they're all under the same company. Next, it'll take just a few minutes to begin processing this list. Once your screen is finished processing and downloading the list and pulling the information, you'll then see a list summary. As a reminder, it'll show the cost, which is $0 at all times, and then you'll want to select Next Step. Then you'll select your desired file format. Most common will be a CSV or an Excel file. And then here is where you'll complete your payment and terms. As a reminder, there is no payment required at any time. You're able to download the attendee list at any point, but this really just allows you to be able to track how many times you've pulled an attendee list. So we'll go ahead and enter in that information. Now it'll just take another few moments to process and download your attendee list. After a few more moments, you'll then be presented with a digital receipt, as shown here. You'll select the hyperlink file here, which will automatically download your complimentary attendee list. As a reminder, you can download this as many times as you would like, completely free as an exhibitor, leading up to the show, during the show, and after the show. This will be available starting January 13th, and you're all set to start downloading the attendee list.